This thing on? Check. Week 1. Wide receivers. Ranked and tiered. The most analytical and pragmatic fantasy show on the internet. This is E&M Fantasy Football presented by IrvinandM.com.
IrvinandM.com.
Writing this on Tuesday night for Wednesday's video. To expect more videos later every week for the other unit groupings like wide receiver, quarterback, and tight end. And click the playlist in the top right so you don't miss out. It's a new year. And if you're new here, this is where I take industry-leading data, Vegas sportsbooks, and expert analysis to provide you with optimal weekly rankings with the utmost accuracy when setting your weekly lineups. Our rankings are superior. S tier leads wideout projections week 1 with the highest yardage projections between 75 and 85 total yards, and there are only 6. Let's be quick. Ja'Marr Chase, he truly stands alone in the pick'em lobbies. Bengals throw the ball the most last year. He's undisputed. It's 84 over-under. He's the highest out of all of them. Justin Jefferson at 2. Brian Thomas Jr. at 3. Nico Collins at 4. And CeeDee Lamb at 5. 76, 76, 76, and 76 yards over-under projected for all of them. Jay Jettis gets the league average Bears secondary. Brian Thomas gets Carolina's below average back 7. And Nico faces the Rams, 11th best, with CD taking on Philly. He definitely got the toughest matchup, but nobody cares because these guys are going to dominate. And we'll throw in Drake London. Put some respect on him. 75 yards over under. These are your undisputed kings for week 1, according to Vegas projections. They're the highest. This is nothing like running backs. This is far more meager, and we're going to get into the tiers and how flat it is and how depressing it gets. It happens very quickly. A tier begins with the rest of the elite wide receivers. A tier has 8 players projected for about 70 yards over under this week by major sports books. Big difference between the yardage totals. Running backs, yesterday's video, today's wide receiver videos. 70 yards. That's what we're looking at. 70 yards. Here we go. Mike Evans, Ladd McConkey at 7 and 8. They're both projected 71 yards. Evans is literally one of the greatest of all time. And even though Ladd quietly had one of the greatest rookie seasons of all time, Mike has the slightly easier matchup against Atlanta, whereas Ladd faces Kansas. Then we'll do Puka at 9 and Neighbors at 10. They technically lead the tier with their yardage projections at 72 yards each. But they draw the toughest competitions with Puka facing Houston's 6th best secondary and Neighbor facing Washington's 5th best. So, and at 11 and 12, we'll do A.J. Brown and Tyreek Hill. They both just missed the 70s with 69 yards each against the mid-Dallas D for A.J. Brown, and the Colts Indianapolis pass defense with Mr. Hill. And to finish it up, we'll go Amon-Ra St. Brown and Tetairoa McMillan at 13 and at 14. Finish out the 70s tier. This is probably St. Brown's harshest projection of the year, and for Tetairoa McMillan, he gets the softest secondary to open up to. The Jaguars. So, should be great. Chances are you have at least one player from these tiers. Hopefully you have 2, or you have at least one that I'm about to name now in the B tier. Here we go. And we'll kick it off with IrvinandM.com. IrvinandM.com is my company my best friend and I started in 2020. We literally make everything ourselves by hand. We have earrings, rings, necklaces, bracelets, tie clips, apparel, and more. Over a dozen curated gemstones and 100 handcrafted products. If you need a gift or something special for yourself, use the promo code in the description, find something you love, and buy it today. Now back to the video. Support me, support you. Shop at my store. Buy a hat or a t-shirt or some jewelry, for God's sakes. But if you don't like looking good and spending money, then subscribe. It's free. Once again, B tier is flat. Week 1 wide receivers is flat. And this goes quickly from red to orange to yellow, and we are gonna get pale yellow, yellow green, green real quick. This is about to be gross. Like I said, hopefully you're slotting at least one guy from here and at least one more from here. You'll rest a lot easier for week 1. With T, we'll kick it off.
Today, Junior.
We'll kick it off with T. Higgins and JSN at 15 and at 16. They're both projected 61 yards each. Higgins gets the Browns league average pass D, and JSN faces the 49ers. Slightly tougher pass defense. And next we'll go Marvin Harrison, Jerry Jeudy, Xavier Worthy, Terry McLaurin, and Cortland Sutton. 58 over under for Marvin Harrison, 59 over under for Jerry, 59 over under for Xavier, 58 over under for Terry, and 58 over under for Cortland. MHJ has the easiest matchup out of the group, facing the Saints, then Jerry Jeudy at 18 facing Cincinnati, Worthy at 19, McLaurin at 20, Sutton at 21. All face top 10 pass Ds, with Cortland drawing the Titans' #1 secondary from last year. And to finish the tier, we'll go 22, 23, and 24 with DJ Moore, Emeka Mbuka, Jalen Waddle. Moore, Ibuka, Waddle, all projected 57 yards. Finish the tier. They all face below league average secondaries. However, I think it's fair to say DJ Moore and Waddle haven't been themselves lately, and we've never seen Ibuka in action. So, which brings us to even flatter town. That's right. C tier has 8 more players, and you're going to have to start somebody. They're all projected about 55 yards or less. That's how we've had to break down these little increments here. Increments of 5 for these lower tiers. So it's curved way more disgustingly than you can imagine. Hopefully you drafted well and you're able to start at least 2 wideouts already. But if you still need one, and we'll begin with Zay Flowers at 25, Devontae Adams at 26, and DK Metcalf at 27. 56 over under, 56 over under, 55 over under. Zay has the softest matchup by far, facing Buffalo's pass D. Adams and Metcalf have the 6th and 3rd best secondaries in week 1. Let's go Garrett Wilson at 28. 54 over under for Garrett Wilson versus Pittsburgh. I mean, what is there to say? Once again, this is slated to be one of the slowest and most boring games literally of all time. It's the Jets versus Pittsburgh. It's always horribly tiny team totals and
Diarrhea.
Devonta Smith, 29. 53 over under for Devonta. Personally, this hurts me deeply. 53 yards is not what I wanted out of my stack this year, but I am excited for the game tonight. Lock in, Devonta, please. Okay? Lock in. The first time I took a really good quarterback. Fail me. Jameson Williams at 30. Will he catch 3 receptions for 50 yards? Probably. Vegas says he'll get 52 yards. So, will he catch 4 receptions for 75 yards? Maybe. But it's a tough matchup against Green Bay's 8th best. J-Mo's kind of like Devonta. He just randomly goes off, which is exactly what Pickens suffers from at 31. 52 over-under for Jameson, 53 over-under for Devonta, 55 over-under for Pickens. But again, this is exacerbated by CeeDee Lamb and the Philly secondary, bro. That's who Dallas faces. Philly's second best secondary. So, not a great week 1 for George Pickens, but they're the kind of guys that just go off if you have them on the bench, right? They're boom or bust. And dude, Calvin Ridley at 32. I mean, talented Mr. Ridley. I mean, he probably wishes that to be beaten to death in the middle of a pond on a wooden boat instead of being on the Tennessee Titans roster or whatever happened in that movie. I don't remember. Which brings us to D tier. And if you haven't noticed, we've entered hell now. D tier is 50 yards, projected for 50 yards. Wide receivers, week 1, projected for 50 yards. There's only 8 players remaining before it's just a wrap. And depending on your roster, you may need another starter still. So this is literally your last chance. I hope you don't have to pick somebody, but if you do, Jacoby Myers, Matthew Golden, Chris Olave, and Jawan Jennings. Oh, we're going to throw in Hunter as well. 51 over under, 48 over under, 49 over under, 49 over under, and a 47 over under for Travis. These 5 guys, your last hope, 50 yards tier for wide receivers, week 1. If I was a betting man, I'd bet on one of these 5 out of the tier if I had to. They're more proven, they've been more hopeful, or they're in better positions than the other guys. Rome Odunze, Stephon Diggs, and Khalil Shakir to round out 37, 38, or no, 39, 38, 39. Oh my God. To round out 38, 39, and wide receiver 40. I mean, Rome and Khalil have struggled for years at this position. And Stephon used to be a dog, but I mean, we just haven't seen that. So I don't really like grouping up people and talking about them like this, but it's the easiest way to digest some of these tiers. When there's nuance, I like to offer nuance. And when there's not, there's nothing to really say. From here, though, it's totally over, actually. It's bad. It's the last tier. It's red alert. 45 yards or less. It's literally GG's. Don't get fooled. And if you have a problem with any of these names, let me know down in the comments. Pussy. You won't. You won't say shit about it. Fuck Deebo Samuel. Fuck Michael Pittman. Fuck Josh Downs. Christian Kirk. Rashid Shaheed. They can all get it. Ricky Pearsall. Cooper Kupp. I don't care about your favorite receiver. They're garbage. Jaden Reed. Cedric Tillman, I didn't have a picture for him, but you can go shop at my store, irvinandm.com. Go buy something from my store. You look like shit. Thank you. Keon Coleman. That's your top 50. Subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can see all the videos each week before submitting your lineups. It's free, so it's a good value. But if you like spending money and if you like looking good, use the promo code and do it at my store. And watch some more videos!